charge of the future? We all are, which is to say that anybody can be. Indeed, the influence one person can command is extraordinary. Of course, to direct the course of human events, it helps to first direct oneself. I propose a two-part method. First, identify and integrate your convictions. This way, you transcend hesitating, non-committal language and achieve clarity of mind and strength of purpose. Second, make your convictions concrete, specific, and definite. This way, you can communicate them to others with ease. Take as your guide the principle to say what you mean and to mean what you say. But you need not launch into debates. Do not force arguments on those unwilling or uninterested. It is not your job to save everyone's soul. It behooves you, however, to make yourself heard on those issues that personally matter most. Opportunities abound. My favorite is emailing newspapers and magazines, TV and radio commentators, my congressman. If you prefer talking, try the following. On any given day, note how many times people articulate ideas as if they were indisputable. Why not then challenge such remarks? Again, not to give a lengthy speech, but merely to register disagreement. Moreover, never keep silent when silence implies your sanction. This is one of the tragic lessons of the 20th century. Evil flourishes by the moral agnosticism of good people, because the good is not self-sustaining, but requires eternal vigilance. The challenge, then, consists not of opposing, but of exposing, not of denouncing, but of disproving, not of abating, but of proclaiming an alternative. Eureka moments are rare, since changing our beliefs is a process. Yet it is of such informed activism that public opinion is ultimately golden. Some might argue these notions are fanciful or simplistic. To the contrary, as Thomas Edison of all people understood, genius is 1% inspiration and 99% perspiration. So few people attend town hall meetings, observes the filmmaker Michael Moore. If you go with a group, you can virtually institute your agenda. And in a country where only half of eligible voters exercise that sacred right, it's increasingly evident. Decisions are made by those who show up and speak up. To be sure, events greatly affect history, but it is a relative handful of humans with concrete convictions and a drive to pursue them who gives the world shape and purpose. As the anthropologist Margaret Mead reportedly said, never doubt that a small group of thoughtful, committed citizens can change the world. Indeed, it's the only thing that has. Who are these thoughtful, committed citizens? Who's in charge of the future? Again, anyone, regardless of color or creed, sex or sexuality, anyone who is willing to actively concern himself, who possesses both a can-do and ought-to-do attitude. Perhaps the most famous example is that anonymous Chinese bystander who in 1989 posted himself before and blocked the column of tanks near Tiananmen Square. In a moment, this otherwise unexceptional student may have impressed his image on the global memory more vividly or intimately than even Mao Zedong did. Then there's Rosa Parks, who in 1955, by her mere refusal to change her seat on a bus, dramatically humanized the struggle to end Jim Crow. More recently, we can point to Tim Berners-Lee. For those of you who don't live in cyberspace like we college students do, Berners-Lee might be unfamiliar. He created the internet. But in fact, such obscurity reinforces the point. To be in charge of the future, you don't need money,